Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be showing you a week of my workouts. Now I'm currently on a weird 4-day bro split. Day 1 being chest and triceps, day 2 being back and biceps, day 3 being shoulders, and day 4 being legs. Now this is the warm-up I do on all of my workouts. Get my shoulders, get my elbows all warmed up and ready for the upcoming events and exercises. Now, day 1 here, we're going into our bench press. I like to do a little bit of the bar first, just so I'm a little bit warmed up for the actual heavy sets. Now, first is 5x5 with the barbell bench press. This is me trying to build up my strength on the actual bench press. Going heavy on barbell instead of dumbbell is easier for me. Moving on to incline dumbbell press. I do about 4 sets of 12 reps here, anywhere from 8 to 12, just really getting a little bit more volume in on my chest. From here, we are then moving on to this machine here. I do 3 sets of about 10 reps and I do no momentum at the bottom, so really working on exploding up with power. Then I come on to the chest flies. I like to do it seated here. I really find this is a really good contraction for me. About 4 sets of 12 to 15, but feel free to do however much you want on flies. Moving on to our first tricep exercise. This is just a rope push down or pull down. I do about 3 sets of around 8 to 12 reps on all my tricep exercises. The next one is going to be the overhead press. I'm hitting the triceps from 3 separate angles because that's how I've found it's best to work out all 3 heads. And then following the overhead press version, we go on to dips. This is going to be 3 sets of as many reps as possible. So as many bodyweight dips as you can, just do as much as you can. All right, so moving on to back day, I like to start it off with 4 to 5 sets of 8 to 10 reps on the bent over barbell row. This being my main compound of the back workout. Depending on how my lower back feels, I will either go heavy or lighter and just sort of acclimate based on that. Next, we move on to 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps on this diagonal pull down. It's kind of like a mixture between a row and a pull down, and I like the way the contraction feels. But coming up next, we will go more into some traditional lat pull down, which is 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps, focusing here on the actual contraction of the lats, less so on being one of those bros in the gym swinging the weight around, doing the whole stack. No, bro, that's not even a back exercise, it's a full body now. But from there, we go on to the seated row, 3 sets of 10 to 12 again. Again, like the last one, focusing on actually contracting your back instead of just like rowing it, you know, all the way with your entire legs, body, chest. Like, no, bro, this is back day, not full body day. From there, we go on to a superset. I'm going to be doing 3 sets of about 12 to 15 on this pull down machine. You can do it with cables, but if your gym actually has a pull over machine, really try this out. Higher reps because this movement is going to be more difficult, and higher reps will work better with lower weight. Then supersetting that with some shrugs. This is a weird cable machine. If you have a cable machine like this, typically you can do leg workouts here, but I can do a really good shrug exercise here. And I really like the way it constant tension on my traps. Moving on to biceps. First is going to be 6 to 8 reps, 3 sets of barbell bicep curls. Simple as that, going heavy. Moving on from here to the cable hammer curls. So almost like you're doing hammer curl with dumbbells, but you're doing with cables. Gives constant tension on there. For this, we're doing about 3 sets of 10 reps, keeping it simple. And then moving on to here, we're going to be doing 3 sets of 10 to 12. I'm using 10-pound weights here because this is excruciatingly painful. Incline dumbbell curls, try them out, head back. You will feel the burn, boys and girls. You will feel it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next is going to be shoulder day. Now, I like to start off my shoulder day with the overhead press, 5 sets of 5 reps, really focusing on the bar path that I'm showing here, which is right overhead, slightly narrower grip than typically, and pushing my head through at the top. Great exercise. Moving on here, I go into 4 sets of about 10 to 12 reps on the dumbbell seated shoulder press. This is just to get a little bit more volume on my shoulders and focus less on the actual strength portion from the last exercise. From here, I move on to some heavier dumbbell lateral raises. I'm doing about 8 to 10 reps here. You can have some swinging in here because I do, in fact, after this, go into some more higher rep, better form lateral raises with the machine here. So this, we're doing about 3 sets of anywhere from 12 to 15 reps, really focusing on only using the side of your delts, less traps, really getting a good squeeze in there. From here, best exercise ever, the upright row. I probably do about 4 sets of 10 to 12 with here. I do go heavy sometimes, but I also really focus on proper form because you will snap your shit up. From here, we move on to the rear delts. I do some face pulls like this. For this, I'm doing about 3 sets of anywhere from 15 to 20 reps, because the higher you go in weight, the more your traps are involved. So keeping it lower is gonna focus on the rear delts. From next, I also go into this standing, I guess it's like a chest fly, but you can do rear delts here. I stand up because it's more comfortable, and I really focus here on about 3 sets of anywhere from 8 to 12 reps here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, last day of the week, we're doing my leg day here. This is my warm-up I do on my leg day to get my joints, like my hips and my knees warmed up too. Just get a little bit of blood in there before I move on to some heavy exercises. So first things first, I do about 4 to 5 sets of standing calf raises. Now, this is because by the end of my leg workout, I'm way too tired, way too lazy to actually train calves, and I need some calves. I'm not one of those white guys with huge calves. I'm one of the white guys with no calves. So really putting them first emphasizes growth for me. First things first, after our calves, is we're gonna do 5 sets of 5 reps with the barbell back squat. Now, this is just a staple of your leg workout, really gonna help you build up overall strength, and that's why I prioritize 5x5, going heavy and starting at the beginning of my workout with really building up some strength, because the squat is something you can actually go heavy on compared to our next exercise, which is gonna be a superset of lying hamstring curls, 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. And then we're gonna move on to the same basic rep scheme, 3 sets of 10 to 12 on the seated extensions. Now, you really wanna focus on getting a squeeze here. Don't focus so much on trying to lift heavy weight, because these are not the kind of exercises to go heavy on. They're just good exercises to get some extra volume in. Now, I only recently started training my booty because I'm trying to get a nice booty. And if you have one of these weird bench things that pivots, I don't know what they're called, try it out. But we're doing about 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps here, really focusing on that squeeze at the top like the girls do. Finally, finishing off, I do about 3 to 4 sets of these step ups. Whether I do it with cables or whether I do it with dumbbells is really up to me on the day, but I find that this one really gives you constant tension, and it actually is quite difficult if you set the step high enough. That's typically what I'll do on a leg day. I may vary my exercises up, or I may do a little bit more calves at the end compared to at the beginning, but that's basically my week of workouts. All right, so just a couple closing remarks. If you made it this far in the video, someone's workout regime is not necessarily gonna be the best one for you. Maybe you like a different kind of split, like a push-pull legs, a full body, upper, lower. So this is just an example of what I do, but feel free to like mess around with your own workout schedule and see what works best for you in terms of both adherence and results. Now, the workouts that I showed here are not necessarily the only ones I do. If I'm feeling like I want to vary the exercises up, I will maybe do a little bit more incline on chest day, maybe do a little bit more hamstrings on leg day, stuff like that. But this is just a rough example of what I kind of do, as well as the basic volume I'm doing. So take what I did in this video with a grain of salt, try it out, get inspired, but I hope you kind of enjoyed it, and I hope it can give you some kind of help. So thanks for watching the video. Hope you liked it. Got this new camera here. I don't know if the quality's better, but nobody cares. So have a good day. Peace, love, and tranquility. And I'll see you in the next video.